We've had our chicks for about 2 weeks and they are rapidly outgrowing their living space. So today I'm going to show you how Joe and I are going to build a chickshaw. Welcome to American Roots. This is the coop that we built. We moved it out from the wall. There's a couple spots that I noticed that aren't quite safe enough. And I want to make sure that in the next 8 weeks, we make sure that it's safe enough before they go in there. We went to Home Depot yesterday and we bought 10 2x2s. So we are gonna cut those 48-inch pieces. I always have a couple different sketches of what my ideas were, what I want to do, and then we come down to the one that we finally decide on. If you were to find my notebooks, you would find all kinds of chicken scratch. No pun intended. The short one we can what?
We can 45, cut a 45 on it, and then use them for corner braces.
Good idea.
All these sticks are a little longer, so I just measured 48, which is there. And then I'll measure this side. 48, which is there. And then if I was using my saw, pretty close, but I just split the difference. So I split the difference and just cut this. The corners, just to make sure all the cuts are good. Everything somewhat squared up. I did that on each corner.
Now we're pre-drilling holes.
Bubble off plumb. That when we brace it. Driving MacGyver.
frame built. Now we are going to wrap it in chicken wire. The chicken wire is all on. And I think we're gonna make like a lid for the roof.
Chicken playpen.
The last thing we need to make is a top. It is getting so hot out here that I need to take a break, wait till it cools off. It's about 113 today, and it's just roasting in the sun. So we'll come back to it when it gets a little bit cooler out. Yesterday I didn't get much building done because Joe had to work second shift. And I decided to just go ahead and start measuring. And so I had him check my measurements this morning, and I just wanted to make sure I was on the right track. And he told me to make sure that I wasn't going exact. So I have 51 1/4 from end to end. And if I added 3 inches for the board, that would give me 0 wiggle room for any margin of error. So I'm gonna go back and remeasure. Here's my thought. The top of the cage measures 51 1/4. The boards are 1.5 inches. So if I make it 54 1/4, then I should be able to have a 51 1/4 inch middle. So what I'm going to do is use the remainder of the boards to cut the pieces that will help me reinforce the lid. And I have 2 more to measure out. Now, because I had already measured these, I went ahead and made sure that I added a little arrow so I knew exactly which line I was wanting to cut. 54 3/4. So I added a 1/2 inch on each board. All right, I have my 8 braces. They're my supporting pieces that are going to brace my square. So now I'm going to start putting it together. Now that I got that done, I need to measure the brace that's gonna go in between, because my metal roofing is only so long. I don't have enough. I'm gonna use chicken wire and metal roofing on the roof, so that way they'll get a little bit of sun, but they'll also have ample shade. So I'm gonna measure for the brace. So 54 and 15/16. 13/16. Perfect. So each piece is 40 1/4. So there's the completed wall or top. Right down in here is where the chicken wire is going to go, and the metal roofing will go and connect right there. I like how it comes off the top. It turned out really nice. So the thing I didn't know how to do was cut the metal by myself, so I waited for Joe to get home and check my measurements and help me cut it safely. So he went to grab the staple gun. We clamped down the chicken wire and we're gonna screw down the panels. So this part will be open and that part will be covered. It's a good use of free materials. I think we had $32 into the bundle of sticks that we bought. So we're using these screws that have like a grommet on them to keep the weather out so they don't have water leak through them.
There's no water in Arizona, by the way.
No water in Arizona, by the way.
Not too worried about the leak.
All right, and that is the lid. Let's get it on. Thanks for taking the time to watch us build our second pen for our chicks. Until next time, we're praying that you're blessed, and we'll see you soon.